Welcome back, Cal Oaks. Derek Varney here at Great Crossing High School. Top 10 showdown. GCHS going up against Covington Catholic tonight. Good crowd on hand. Students admitted free. I put out the challenge yesterday when I saw that with the kettle. I said, hey, guys, gals, CovCath has the best student section in all of creation here in the state of Kentucky. You need to give them that same treatment when they come to your place. Looks like they answered the bell tonight.
Cal, I think at Covington Catholic, it's almost the student section sells tickets instead of the players selling tickets, because
so.
It is worth the price of
Notice
admission when you get to see those guys. They are kind of, it reminds you of if you watch a game at Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Exactly what I was going to say. It is reminiscent of that. They are well schooled, and they're good for a few points on the point spread every time you go to CovCath. Last year, the Colonels won this one going away. They struggled. Of course, CovCath, a lot different looking team last year. They had the Evan Ipsero, who I believe is at Miami of Ohio now.
Yes.
He made that team go. But new look, and as Caleb Miller is being introduced, it's
Miller's big fella.
A tall and hungry look. They're not tall across the board. Jake Stewart, 6'3", junior, is the next tallest guy of the starting five. Logan Wormuth, 6'1", sophomore. Athens McGillis, a 5'11", sophomore. And Brady Hussey, a 6'2", senior. Your lineup for the Colonels. Warhawks will go with the aforementioned Dawson, Burrell, Richardson, Godfrey, and Marino. Your same starting five from last season as the lights go out.
As the lights go out, baby. I think the fans need to get going right here.
The question being posed to them is, y'all ready for this? And I'm not sure they are.
Everybody's still sitting. Got the cell phones going over there. The lights. We're trying to describe it here.
We have cheerleaders with pom-poms in the stands, or at least dressed like cheerleaders, as the players being introduced. As is the tradition, the Georgetown players being introduced by their either middle school or elementary school connections.
It's pretty neat.
Kind of like on Monday Night Football. When
yes,
they say,
when the kids come out.
When they introduce themselves on the screen and say Moeller High or something like that. Dawson and Burrell, fourth-year starters, but they are COVID juniors. They are allowed to come back next year. And if they do, pretty much this whole team will be back in 24-25 as well. So
we'll be doing this same thing this time next year, Cal.
It's crazy to see these kids just continue to play year after year.
Let's go ahead and let them know next year's starters are starting right now.
It's a little reminiscent of that Scott County group that started as freshmen, and 3 or 4 of them were 4-year starters, and a couple others came off the bench first thing all 4 years.
Jeremiah's a senior.
He
correct?
is a senior,
yes.
So he will not be in next year's starting five. Got to think the interest in him will be peaked this year collegiately. He just continues to impress me. He can jump out of the gym.
Yep, very athletic.
Malachi just continues to grow, listed at 7'1" now. Putting on a little bit of muscle. He can stand to put on more to play at the next level, but we know he will do that over these next 2 years, and he is going to jump it, presumably, with Mr. Miller.
As CovCath, no doubt, will take the defense on the tip.
7'1" versus 6'9" in the jump.
Yeah,
circle.
he's not that. Of course, Malachi's got the hair, but he's not that much shorter than mine. Oh, I guess the tip.
CovCath wins the tap, and they will bring it across the timeline. Burrell took the headband off. CovCath loses it in the half court. Doubled there. Burrell and Richardson forced the turnover.
Nice trap right there, Cal. They forced CovCath guard over into the trapping area. As we talk about the trapping area, they use the sideline as another defender and get the turnover. And Covcath comes back and opens up in a 2-3 zone.
Marino dishing to Dawson, right wing, drives toward the baseline. Now he backs out. Burrell will reset it at top.
I'd be anxious to know, Cal, how much zone Covcath has ever played. You know, I know they have. A lot of teams are going to have to because of the size disadvantage.
I am being told Covcath a little shorthanded. They have 3 guys who are expected to be contributors playing in the state football finals this weekend. So
that's what I was asking.
This is not the team we will see down the road, potentially in March. Dawson, short turnaround jumper is good. Burrell on the dish and great crossing on the board a minute into this one.
Great ball movement, but great crossing right there. And the killer of a zone is getting the ball to the middle, and that's what they did in Trey Dawson with that beautiful turnaround jumper.
Dawson is a mid-range killer. We've seen it. Marino on the intercept, throws it ahead to Burrell. 3-on-2. Richardson
nice break right there, as Richardson does. Fill the lane very well.
As we say hi to Mr. Tony Wise.
Coach T. Wise in the house.
Covcath in the corner. Drive, kick. 3-point attempt is good. Sweet by number 14, Brady Hussey. 4-3 your score. 6:23 to play opening quarter. Burrell has it. Kicks over to Richardson.
Covcath never lacks for any shooters. They're going to be able to shoot the ball and get some good looks on the offensive end.
Burrell tip 3 from in front of the Covcath bench is good. Steve Page wants this team to take more threes. He wants them to do it in the flow of the offense. Burrell just kind of said, what the heck there, and found it was true from 22 feet.
You get that out of him, hitting a long jumper and being able to get down the lane.
Loses the handle, loses the footing, regains possession of the ball, however. And they will reset the offense. 5:45 to go first quarter. Great crossing on top, 7-3. Bounce pass inside is no good. Marino was guarding Miller there, and Miller couldn't get to it.
It's just great crossing is so long on the defensive end, Cal. It's just tough right there. Covcath, you know, they think they got a screen coming across for a man on the baseline, and that's normally there. But when a 7'1" steps over, you know, the ball sails out of bounds for a turnover.
Couple of turnovers early, helping the great crossing cause. Richardson has it. Drive, floater. He was trying to alley-oop to Marino, picked off by Miller.
Good thought right there. Great thought.
You're going to see that a lot with both Marino and Godfrey going to the rack, cutting the baseline.
One of the best thing that they're doing, as you saw Gage Richardson right there, you penetrate the middle of the zone. You get in the middle of the zone, there's so many things positive that can happen.
Directing traffic is Hussey. He's guarded by Godfrey out top. Drive, contested jumper way off the mark. Burrell had hands in the face, and Marino came down with a rebound. Now Richardson quickly bringing it down for GC. Richardson thought about the 3, dished it inside to Godfrey. Godfrey over to Marino for the flush.
There it is.
4 of the 5 starters on the board already. 9-3, 4:40 to play first quarter.
And as Coach Page is telling them to press, and that's exactly what when you got this size and length and you got a rim protector, they need to press all over the floor.
Drive to the foul line. Little fadeaway is good by Hussey, who has all 5 for the Colonels. 9-5 your score. Ahead to Dawson. Dawson double team there, dribbles through it, kicks back to Marino at the foul line, finds Richardson. Dawson cuts to the corner for the 3, in and out, no good. Little strong rebound.
They're getting great looks, Cal. They got great ball movement against the zone, and they're getting great looks. It just didn't fall that time.
Lanham picked up the rebound, intercepted as they try to get it inside again. Mr. Marino found that one. Over to Richardson for 3, off the mark. Marino contested the rebound, tipped it to Burrell. Second chance jumper from the baseline is good. 11-5.
Burrell picked up a little trash there and put it back in. Here comes the trap from Gage Richardson. They threw exactly what they were supposed to do.
Take 3 is strong over the back of Godfrey. Ball was loose. Dawson picked it up. Dawson, long pass, Marino. Miller tipped it out of bounds. It will stay with the Hawks. 3:34 to play your opening quarter. 11-5 your score. GC on top.
I figured that play was coming.
Marino couldn't get the shot cleanly.
That's not a secret play there, Cal. Out of bounds under when you got a 7-1.
See that a lot. And stepping over the line, over and back for another turnover is Hussey. So that's at least 3 TOs early for the Colonels with 3:23 to play in the opening period.
Covcath, and it's going to take anybody a while to adjust to the size and the length. Not only Marino, but there's a lot of length out there with Great Crossing. Gage Richardson, 6'4"?
I think it actually might be the fourth turnover already, and they have cashed in to have the Warhawks. Burrell thought he was thinking about another three. Now he finds Godfrey, can't lay it in, and Miller the rebound.
Godfrey's got to concentrate and keep his eyes on the board right there. He went up strong.
He was half thinking about the dunk and half thinking about the layup, and he did neither. And there's a long three that's no good. Godfrey rebound. Burrell pushing the tempo. Burrell ahead to Richardson. Richardson inside to Marino. Pass too long, too strong, out of bounds. It will go to Covcath.
Yep. Right look. That's two looks that Gage Richardson's had right now. The lob, and then that look right there to Marino. Both of them there. Just, his timing's off right now, which he's going to get.
And they will call the offensive foul on Covcath. As number 24, Lanham, who just checked in the game a little while ago, Dylan Lanham, called for the offensive foul. That's the first on the team. A change this year, if you're not familiar, folks, after each quarter, they will wipe the foul clock clean, but when it gets to 5, it's an automatic 2. So the 1-and-1 is a thing of the past.
Nice. I'm okay with that.
I am too. Burrell for 3, no good. Marino cleaning the glass. Layup too strong. Rebound. Godfrey, third chance. Blocked by Miller. Covcath chases down the rebound, and now Miller on the run. Great Crossing's got to get back there. They do.
Yep.
And Richardson and Marino contest. They'll get Gage for the foul.
And Gage is contesting the foul.
He's contesting the contest.
Yes, absolutely. No, what an athletic play by Miller right there. Blocks the shot, gets the ball back, dribbles length of the court. Kind of a Euro step right there. Nice little Euro step.
He's got some court awareness. It reminds me of a slightly smaller man by the name of Shepard, who we've seen with the court awareness.
That is
knows
extraordinaire.
Knows to start the break, creates the defensive commotion, and then gets out.
Yes.
Miller drops in the free throw, gets a little help from the friendly rim. 11-6. Miller has at least one SEC offer. As I said, he relocated from Bentonville, Arkansas in the offseason.
We've got to see if he may have a couple coupons with him, Cal.
A little Walmart or
Rubies.
Maybe that too. He's got the family connections there. Missed the second free throw. Marino got the rebound. Richardson short on the 3. And getting the board again is Covcath and Miller.
Nice pull.
That leads to a 3 that's in and out. Marino to Carroll.
Covcath is not shy. They're not shy, meaning they're not intentionally being patient. They're taking
Dawson,
the first shot.
The catch and shoot from 15 is good. 13-6 your score.
If we get the ball to him right there, that is money. Just
left elbow, right elbow,
yes.
Foul line. He is money. Bounce pass into Miller. Marino is there. He spins around him, leaves it short. Rebound to Christian Martin, who just checked in. Martin bounce pass ahead to Dawson. Dawson the floater, good.
Nice.
From the left baseline, Dawson has 6. 9-point lead. Little token pressure in the backcourt. Covcath finds its way through it. McGillis, got rid of it, and that led to an open 3 not coming off the bench. It's Luke Carroll.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to get, Cal. When you trap on one side, if they throw away from the trap, you're going to get a wide open man that's 2 passes away.
Dawson a deep 3. He's feeling it, but no good. Rebound Covcath. Long pass ahead leads to guess what?
He's feeling it.
3-point attempt short. Marino rebound, outlet to Richardson. Richardson's got a run to the rim and one. Got a little push from behind, got away with the Euro step, and he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Gets him off the snide. He's missed a couple long jump shots, and when you do that as a shooter, Cal, you want either an easy free throw or an easy layup like that.
He's 6'4". I'd like to see him get to the rim more.
Yes.
He's got 4 points doing that so far.
I think he could definitely use his length more. He's a
deceptive
very lengthy
athlete.
Yes, he is.
Clock stopped at 52.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Cal Oaks along with Derek Varney. Game 1 of 20-some here on the network as Richardson drains the free throw. Dawson with 6, Burrell with 5, Richardson with 5, and Marino with 2 early. Great Crossing has Covcath doubled up to this point, 18-9.
This is where I'd be pressing like crazy. Great Crossing, your bench is deep, Cal. Somebody can give about a 5-minute spell.
Carroll thought about another 3, now got it out to McGillis. Athens McGillis, member of the all-name team. Marino swats that one out of bounds. It will stay with the Colonels, but Mr. Ruthsatz, Nolan Ruthsatz, off the bench. Meet Mr. Marino.
Again, that's where you catch it and you think you're wide open. I mean, that was a wide open look, and Malachi comes out of nowhere and just absolutely swatted it. Beautiful block. He'll learn to block those and keep those in bounds, Cal.
Yeah, that's the key with being a good shot blocker, is to lead it to an actual turnover for your team instead of just a dead ball situation. Bounce pass inside. Miller. Marino with the rejection. L.J. Holman on the break. Looks ahead to Godfrey. Godfrey back to Holman. Layup is good. 20-9. L.J. Holman, the exciting freshman, has it to double digits now. Waning seconds of the first quarter. There's Ruthsatz from the left corner. In and out three. Rebound, Godfrey. Godfrey dishes off.
See if they can get a good one here. That's what you don't want right there.
Gave it away, and Covcath missed it. Couldn't get the second opportunity to follow, and they will run out of time to get a third chance. Productive first quarter for the Warhawks, who lead it 20-9 out of the gate.
Please turn your attention to the center court as we recognize the Warhawk national team and reveal their record for their state pool championship.
We will get the stats. How many blocks does Marino have on there?
Malachi Marino.
Blocks and steals. He must have multiple of each at this point.
He's got 2 points, 4 rebounds, and he's got 2 block shots.
He is making a difference even when he doesn't score.
That's exactly right.
As we would expect.
And as you can see, the defense and the length really getting to Covington Catholic, as they were a cool 21% from the floor,
and
3 for 14.
They know that they are threes are their best chance tonight.
Well, and the thing about it is half of those 14 attempts were 3-pointers, or 2 for 7 from 3.
Covcath led by Brady Hussey with 5. A little note about him: he was the #1 singles player on a state championship tennis team for the Colonels. So, multi-sport athlete. We have a few of those in the county as well, but he looks to be a leader for their basketball hopes this year in the 9th region. Scott County ahead of Bourbon County at the half, 30-22. As they look to get a W. They had a tough, close loss the other night to East Jesney.
Vince Dawson led going in the first quarter there with 6 points. Gage Richardson with 5. Drake Crossing was 9 of 19 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3-point range.
Burrell had the 3. He also has 5. Marino and Holman with 2 apiece. Dawson drives the right baseline. Short jumper is good. Mr. Mid-range, Trey Dawson has 8. It's 22-9.
He's just smooth.
He is a grown man with an old school game.
Yes, he is.
And still, eligibility-wise, a junior. That was a brick from the right elbow, and the rebound comes down to Great Crossing from Jalen Warren. There is a bank from
it's open.
Burrell.
It's got a quick timeout by Covcath.
24-9 as Great Crossing running away with it early. 36 seconds into the second period.
Good timeout before it gets out of hand. They need to take advantage of Malachi being on the bench right now, getting a breather and getting the ball inside to Miller. That's the only thing really, and it's going to open up for the shooters outside.
Great Crossing Lady Warhawks, they have a test to say the least tonight. They are at Clark County trailing 14-8 after 1 quarter. They'll be here on Saturday playing Manual at 5:45. You can catch that on NFHS. Scott County boys, you can do the same, as they will be taking on Pineville, Brad Levy's team, bringing them in to face the Cardinals.
It's the 2:30 tip, isn't it?
2:15, 2:30.
Yeah.
I think you could take all the tip times that day, and as each game gets played, push the next one back about 15 minutes.
No question.
I know how those all-day events work.
Just keep the sandwiches coming, right?
That's right. Open three is good from Hussey.
Now, if they get those looks, it's they're gonna come back pretty quick because that was a wide open. Of course, it was an inside out where they got the ball in, and again they're taking advantage right now of the 7-1 not being in the middle.
Holman, floater short, but getting his own rebound and putting it back in is Burrell, who has 9.
Just took over leading score honors. No, maybe not. Or no, Trey's
got 8.
Trey's got 8. Yeah.
So between the two of them, the mainstays of this lineup have 17, and there is a foul. Rusat to go to the line as he gets pushed in the act of shooting.
Is that Coach's son? I think it is.
I'm gonna speculate and say he's related.
Yes, I think he's had 2 or 3 sons come through there.
He's had a couple.
Good bloodline.
We noted
he does a fantastic job there at Covington.
He had one on that state championship team of 2018 that we mentioned in the pregame.
Point guard.
Yes. The shooting guard was pretty good, too. Kid by the name of Frederick.
Wasn't bad.
He's played at 3 different schools now and had some success along the way, particularly at Iowa and now at Cincy. Free throw, first one was good, second one was no good, and at the other end, Warhawks get called for the travel.
Yeah, Malachi caught it and then took another step, and
generous step.
I think he was excited that he was open for that 3 right there.
He has tried to add that to his game. He hit one in the preseason against Lyon County. He wanted to show Travis Perry how it's done.
And maybe that's all it took for his confidence, right? Once you hit one, you think you're a 3-point shooter.
In the modern game, they want the big man to be able to do that.
Yes.
It's going to be part of his repertoire going forward. Godfrey contests the potential drive there, now kicks it out to Miller, who's on the wing. Godfrey playing animal-like defense there on the baseline.
They all are. They're really
making it hard on Covcalf to get the ball inside.
When I talk about the motor run, and the defensive motor is running.
Thought about a deep 3, trying to get around Burrell. Now a floater from the foul line, back rim, no good. Loose ball. Picking it up is Covcalf, but throwing it away. Couldn't get the shot off. Marino with the intercept finds Burrell. And here comes great crossing.
Such a great sign, Cal, when they're getting the 50-50 balls.
Shanias open 3. Give him 12 on the night. Give the Hawks a 16-point lead. Jumper at the other end, too strong, and over the back comes Miller. He'll get called for the foul.
Over the back of a 7-1. Wonder how many times Malachi's had anybody go over his back.
I use that expression loosely because, again, there is no such thing as over the back. But he used the leverage.
Yes, that's what it is.
A little push.
They don't even have the old call anymore of when you put the 2 hands up as you're climbing over somebody's back. It's a push.
Trey takes the pass from Malachi, drives the baseline, gets cut off there, finds Richardson, resets it to Burrell. Janias has the hot hand right now. He'll dump it into Malachi. Malachi had to run and get it. Contested by Miller. Back to Burrell. Bounce pass inside to Moreno. Moreno posting up on Miller, and contact from the other side.
Yeah, you wonder how much contact they're going to allow. That'd be tough to call there when, Malachi's going to take a lot of abuse down there.
They got Miller for it, so that's 2 in quick succession. That's the second of the quarter as well on the Colonels. We mentioned they wiped the foul clock clean after each period. When you get to 5, it's 2 automatic. Burrell was looking for either Godfrey or Moreno. It was tipped, but Richardson recovered. Now at the left elbow, stops, kicks it out to Godfrey.
See
to Burrell.
If Malachi gets active right there, Cal, he can get that ball.
Richardson drive, no good, too strong. Marino couldn't get his hands on it. It'll go to Covcalf. 29-13 your score. Great crossing on top of this one. Number 1 or number 2 great crossing, depending on whether you ask Max Preps or
KSR,
the Courier Journal or KSR. It's a mix and match. There were 6 prominent preseason polls or rankings. Great Crossing was number 1 in 3 of them. Lyon County was number 1 in 3 of them. They played each other down in Martin County. Lyon County won by 2, as did Trinity when Great Crossing scrimmaged them. Miller for three, too strong, but getting the easy rebound, no good. Miller tried for the jam on the third try. He couldn't get it to go, and now Steve Page wants a timeout. Doesn't like the way they're getting out-hustled to the glass there, I'm sure.
Miller is quite athletic, Cal. Very impressive.
Yeah, he's got some range, some hops.
Yes, he does.
Some quickness that you don't expect out of a guy 6'9".
Well, and because what you do with a guy 6'9" playing against a 7'1", you think about he's not going to be having that night in and night out.
Glad to have my Twitter/X peeps helping us out here. That is indeed Coach Ruth Satz's son, and another one is in the pipeline, I am told.
Oh.
We will be seeing more where that came from. Fire 4:05 to play, second quarter, 29-13, Great Crossing on top. Covcath a little short-handed tonight, but coming in here to put up a game effort so far. It's been very heavily predicated on the outside shot, the three-pointer.
And not saying Great Crossing wouldn't have a lead, but I don't think if they had,
I don't think it'd be 16
points right now in the second quarter,
this
right?
This is a top 10 team all the way through. Godfrey for three from the left corner. Bonks it. Rebound came down to Hussey. Godfrey will pick up the defense on Hussey. He'll have to get rid of it. Corner three. No good. Another offensive rebound for Covcath, though. McGillis will come up with
it. They're calling for a foul there when he hit shot fake, and Janias grabbed him.
Another shot from outside is no good. Dawson chases down the rebound, flying out of bounds. He'll play pass with Godfrey and tiptoe it across the timeline. 3:19 to play in the half. 29-13 your score. Great Crossing on top.
Great Crossing needs a bucket here to get out. Kind of stagnant to have been the last offensive possessions.
Coming in from behind and knock it loose was Hussey. It goes out of bounds off of his hand, and it will stay with GC. 3:09 on the clock.
Hussey's a nice player, too.
Yes, he is.
Really is.
Good instincts on the defensive end to go with his ability to score in bunches. Inbound pass to Marino from Richardson. Gets blocked by Miller. Burrell giving chase to the rebound. Behind the back attempt by Covcath. Intercepted by Godfrey. The flip to Marino. Couldn't dunk it. Couldn't lay it in either. And Miller comes down with the rebound. It's gotten sloppy, as you said.
Well, Malachi's positioning in there, Cal. He still has a tendency sometimes to get himself pushed underneath the rim, which is underneath the backboard there, and it's just a bad angle.
Foul on Burrell is his first, the team's second of the quarter. Miller. Three-point attempt by Hussey is short. Godfrey goes up for the board. Burrell bringing it down. Burrell into Marino. High, though. He had to go chase it. Got it back to Dawson. Back to Malachi. Euro step.
Great move.
Good.
Great move.
Power move on the baseline.
The positioning right there, Cal. He came back in bounds and got himself above the block where he could make a move. When he catches it below the block, that's really tough.
That was an emphasis in the Trinity game where he was catching the ball or trying to catch the ball relative to where the defense was playing him.
Right.
Three-point attempt is good by McGillis. Athens McGillis on the board for the first time, 31-16. 15-point lead for the Hawks. 2:07 to play second quarter. Marino in the backcourt with it. Now we'll slow it down.
Often forget how quick high school games are.
Dawson from the foul line. Money.
That's just, I would get the ball to him.
Get out of the way. 33-16.
Right there at the foul line, the elbow. It's just money.
Christian Martin will check back into the game on the next whistle. McGillis drives at Richardson, missed it. Marino tipped it to Dawson.
McGillis got some handles.
He does.
He's just going in there at the land of the trees.
Guard oriented right now, other than Miller, as Marino kick out to Burrell. Burrell gets fouled from behind by Wormuth. LJ Holman checking back into the game as well, along with Martin. We'll see Luke Carroll coming in for Covcath after the first free throw by Burrell, who has 12 points on the night. Free throw shooting is going to be big for this team in the closer games. It reared its ugly head in the Trinity scrimmage. Burrell makes the first.
Yeah, especially for Malachi. Malachi's going to get, as we spoke earlier, he's going to get hammered a lot under there, so he's going to spend a lot of time at the foul line.
And it really isn't a matter of home and away. They've struggled at home with it the past few years, too.
Yes.
They were 4 for 13 at Trinity. I'm doing the reverse jinx here as Burrell drains them both. Got a little help from the rim on the second, 35-16.
19-point lead. It's Cov Cat. Wow.
They'll take it no matter what time of year it is.
That's exactly right. November or March.
Bounce pass into Miller, guarded by Godfrey. A kick out for an open three, no good. Going up for the rebound. Martin tried for it, and Godfrey comes down with it.
We're saying that quite often. He's got several.
Christian Martin, kick out to Godfrey. Marino getting a breather during this stretch. Too strong from Godfrey over in the corner to Holman, but knocked out by Covcath.
Godfrey needs to catch it, Cal. Get the ball movement, and then go underneath and get set. But when he puts it on the floor like that, there's not a whole lot good that can happen there.
Great Crossing looking for a 20-point lead here in the final minutes of the half.
There
Richardson, corner three, in and out, rebound Miller.
Good play set up right there. Wide open look for Gage. Normally knocks that down.
He inbounds the ball and then goes to the corner to spot up for that three. He just couldn't get it to fall. He's streaky in that way. I do like that he's incorporated some twos into the
We witnessed several times last year where he busted games open.
Telegraph pass is picked off by Godfrey. Godfrey on the run will back it out to Burrell, and they will go for one shot. Steve Page barking the commands, 15 seconds. Holman to Burrell, clock down to 10. Burrell drive to the foul line. Maybe they won't go for one shot. Burrell double clutch, no good. Rebound comes down to Covcath. They're on the run. 4 seconds.
They shot it too soon. Way too soon for Burrell.
And that will end up being a easy layup at the buzzer for Hussey, who has 10 of the 18.
Coach Page is letting him know about it too. You always go with 8 in order to get a shot, and your team get a offensive rebound, but don't let the other team go back down and get an opportunity. And that's the way it happened right there.
They count that hoop or not? They didn't put it on the board yet.
Yeah, they should have. Cal, we got some sponsors.
We do. We will read them here at the half.
Thanks.
GRC up 34-12 in the girls' game over Great Crossing. That's a tough assignment to open the season. Kennedy Harrison has 8 of the 12 points.
Halftime stats here, Cal. Got Hussey leading the way with Covcath with 10 points. McGillis with 3. Caden Miller has 1 point. Luke Carroll with 3. And Nolan Rusatz with 1 for a total of 18 points. And yes, they did put that up there.
Yeah.
They are shooting a cool 22%.
Yeah, it's been, and how many of their attempts have been threes relative to their total?
14 of them. They are 4 of 14 from three-point range. So that will not win you many ball games or even get you it will get you behind by 18 points. For Great Crossing, leading scorer would be Janias Burrell with 14. And he is absolutely blistering. He's 5 for 8 from the floor. Vince Dawson has 10. LJ Holman with 2. Gage Richardson, 5. Struggling a little bit in floor, 2 for 6. Malachi Marino has 4 points, 7 rebounds. Jeremiah Godfrey has he scored? He has not scored.
He has not scored. He has facilitated.
But he's got 5 rebounds. The turnover department, pretty clean game. Got 11 combined between the two teams, with 8 of those coming from Covington Catholic. Great Crossing is shooting 47% in the first half.
Take that most nights.
Yes, absolutely. 50% from the line. What are they? They're 100% from the line. Great Crossing's 3 for 3. Covcath 2 for 4.
That's also nice to see.
For your halftime score, Great Crossing 35, Covcath 18.
We will get to those sponsors after I finish some of my tweeting here. I don't know if to call it tweeting or Xing anymore.
Only thing I see on Twitter is Mr. Cal Oaks. That's the only thing I go to
good.
Twitter
That's
for.
what we like. Like to hear that. They have held Mr. Caleb Miller to 1 point. That feels like a key in this one. Tonight's player of the game will be presented by Chick-fil-A, home of the original chicken sandwich and the best for my money. Bluegrass Orthopedics, they will present the Billy Hicks Classic next week. They serve athletes of all ages, and they keep the student athletes in our county in fine shape and ready to go. During games, between games, preseason, postseason, you name it. The fine folks at BGO are there for our athletes. Ansley Swan, always here looking after the Warhawks. Georgetown News Graphic. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Scott County's 24/7 news source, news-graphic.com. We'll also be bringing you these games on our YouTube platform. So if you don't have the NFHS network subscription, you want to freeload a little bit, you can find the audio broadcast on our YouTube platform. Galvin's on Main. Stop by Galvin's on Main after the game or anytime. Their menu offers over 100 items, and I have yet to find one I don't like. Now, I got to tell you, full disclosure, D.T. Wells wrote this script, but it's truth in advertising.
There you go.
I have also yet to find one I don't like. Galvin's on Main, a proud corporate sponsor of Bird's Nest Broadcasting. Denise M. Keene, Certified Public Accountant, DMK CPA for your tax and auditing needs. Chick-fil-A, as we mentioned, home of the original chicken sandwich. Clark's Pump and Shop, return, refresh, refuel. Clark's Pump and Shop with 4 Georgetown locations. Is it 4? It might be 5 now. It seems like they get a new one every. I know there's one over in Midway now. So,
what's that?
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Yes.
So it's they sprout.
They are growing and growing and growing
like a weed, as they say. Georgetown Community Hospital, where your health and safety remain their #1 priority. West Banco, by all accounts, better. Call today to learn about West Banco's new West Banco One account. Greens Toyota of Lexington. Great cars, great people. Think Greens. Ozer Paint and Flooring, your hometown paint and flooring connection. Scott County Veterinary Clinic, where they love and treat your pets like their own. Come join the SC Veterinary Clinic family. Brett Halverson, your go-to Georgetown Scott County realtor. Steve Skierman, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, ready to meet all of your insurance needs. Burger King, home of the Whopper, 2 great Georgetown locations. Connector Road and Cincinnati Road. Lexington Road, whichever you prefer. Route 25. Domino's Pizza, speaking of US 25, right across from the high school. Check out their relatively new Georgetown location. It's not as new as it was when this script was put out, but 2 floors. I mean, you can buy your pizza and you can go upstairs, downstairs. You can get
I can
eat
both floors, Cal.
I can handle it. We can have a pizza buffet as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, indeed.
Sword Performance, the official hydration product of Great Crossing and Scott County Athletics. Pick up a Shield drink at any Clark's Pump and Shop today. Jersey Mike's, they'll be sponsoring that big day of basketball, wall-to-wall, Saturday beginning at 11 a.m., wrapping up with the 7:30 main event. Great Crossing and Manual, don't miss it. Jersey Mike's, go see them at their new location in Georgetown. They offer a sub above, and it's right across from Planet Fitness. I love that. You come right out of there, go get yourself a sub. And stuff.
Well, you know what I've started to go to now is the bowl there where you can get your sandwich and not have the bread.
Gotta love it.
It is really good.
It's a good compromise. You can have all the goodness of Jersey Mike's without the bread, without the carbs.
There it is.
Go for it. BMT Maintenance, technicians that are factory trained and certified to serve an extensive variety of commercial HVAC, cooking, and refrigeration equipment. Give BMT Maintenance a call today. Kroger, you know them. They're your favorite grocery store that's been around for 90-plus years. They now bring your fresh groceries right to you with a new service called Kroger Boost. That's right. You can order all your fresh food online, have it delivered to your door for just $60 a year. You earn the double fuel points, too. That's what I love about Boost. I'm a Boost subscriber, and the fuel points, especially because I don't live in Georgetown anymore. I'm commuting a little bit. Those fuel points are important. Get your Kroger Boost membership today at Kroger.com and place your first delivery order. Dan Cummins of Georgetown, home of the lifetime powertrain guarantee. Go see Dan Cummins for a Dan Cummins deal in either Georgetown or Paris. The U.S. Army Frankfurt Recruiting Office, benefits for now, security for your future. For more information, visit GoArmy.com or contact your local recruiter today at 502-223-1147. And American Mini Storage. Stop in and see the new state-of-the-art storage facility located on Paris Pike. Let American Mini Storage be your go-to for all your storage needs. Anytime you go to one of these games, if you're in the gym at Great Crossing in Scott County, you see the banners up that have the names of these places. Commit them to memory. Next time you go in there, say thank you for supporting.
Commit them to memory because we don't have much time to announce all of them.
We barely got the 10 minutes. We got them all in with a minute and a half to spare.
Well done, Cal. Well done.
My goodness gracious. We have a little more time at football.
I guess I'm up next.
Yeah, you can fill the void here. I'm going to get the Scott County boys score. If it'll reset for me. Bourbon County has moved ahead 43-42 at the end of the third.
End of the third.
That is a new look Scott County team. We'll be talking about them quite a bit this year, but I did the math. They scored almost 1,900 points last year, and all but like 170 of them graduated.
Oh,
it's like 90% of their offense from last year. Now, the other night, impressed with Tristan Christopher. He had 22, 17 in the second half. So I
think we're going to see a lot out of him, but it'd be great if he got, around him. The kids, again, I've taken in a couple practices, and they're so locked into Coach Glenn, and he's teaching them the right stuff, and it's just getting them to play together. What it is, it's inexperience. The majority, or almost all of those kids, besides Christopher and a couple others, have not even been on the varsity, out on the floor playing and getting any varsity playing time. So this is all new. So it's going to be a learning experience. You just hope they learn every day in practice. They get better in practice, and they get better as each game. And there's going to be losses. He didn't, as I call it, dumb down the schedule a little. They still play a great Scott County schedule as they've always played. So it's going to be interesting, and he's going to have a lot of patience with these guys.
just about ready to start the second half. A little Run DMC for your listening pleasure.
Getting ready to throw it in here for the second half.
Covington will inbound it. They trail 35-18. We are underway.
Comes the trap of the first pass from Great Crossing, which I do like a lot, especially with the length.
They will concede that 18-footer that was good.
And again, that's what you get off the trap. If you don't succeed in the trap and they move the ball quickly, they throw inside out, you're going to get a wide open jumper, as Covington did.
Ruth Satz with his first field goal cuts it to 15. Great Crossing taking its time in the half court with its first possession of the third period. Burrell into Marino. Marino guarded out there by Miller. He's beyond the arc. He will dish it back to Burrell. Again to Marino. Marino drives to the left elbow. Now reverses to Dawson. Dawson, a little hesitation, lost his footing. He finds Burrell. Burrell saves the possession, gets it into Godfrey. Kick out to Richardson. Dribble, three. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Colonels.
Strong with everything tonight. He's hit, had some nice twos and had an and one, but his three is very long.
Miller goes at Marino, blocked. Malachi chasing the rebound. Covcath on the floor, but throws it away to Marino. Marino ahead to Burrell.
Malachi's doing a good job getting a couple good 50-50 balls.
Dawson for three,
yep.
Yes. His first three-pointer of the season gives him a baker's dozen, 38-20. Hawks on top early third quarter.
He's almost perfect from the floor, isn't he?
He's hit, what was he at the half? 5 for 6? Now
yes.
He's 6 for 7?
That's 6 for 7, yeah.
That's cray-cray stuff. That is partially blocked. He was 5 for 7, so he's now 6 for 8. There is another strong jumper from Rusatz and tied up Godfrey and Miller. Possession arrow goes to the Hawks.
2 studs right there grabbed that rebound.
That's a big boy rebound. Big man rebound.
Yes, indeed.
Contesting that one. 38-20. GC again looking for a 20-point lead. A little surprising no matter who's on the floor for Covcath. And they will get a foul as Marino had the ball knocked out of his hand. Now a little bit of a scrum on the floor as Malachi walks away. Cooler heads prevailing. Throws the ball to the official.
Yeah, anytime you mention a score and you say Covcath down by 18 or 20 points, it's going to get a second look there. But yes, that is with the lack of football players. Not to say that wouldn't happen anyway with them, but we're just saying it's highly doubtful.
We talked about the same thing with Frederick Douglass, bound to happen early in the season. That's Dawson, now 7 for 9 from the field. Little short jumper in the paint. Gets it to go in off the back rim, 40-20.
Smooth as silk.
So
love
good.
watching him play.
He just has a game that does the old heart good. It's not all predicated on the three-pointer. He can make the three, as he just showed us moments ago.
You know what? That's really not even part of his game.
No,
I mean, that's like the last of his arsenal.
He's trying to add that, make it a larger part of his repertoire.
Not saying it's not there, because it's definitely there. He just doesn't have to. That his mid-range game is so good.
D. Page would like to see him take a few more in the flow of the offense. It's a matter of confidence for him.
Right.
Once he hits one like that, it usually is a good sign.
But tonight with the zone, you got to get it to him in the middle.
Hussey draws the crowd, bounces it into Miller, Godfrey, and Marino both there for the contest, and now ahead to Dawson. Godfrey dribbled it off his shoe to Marino. Marino can't get the layup to fall. Miller was there, but can't get the rebound inbounds as he had a foot on the baseline. It will stay with GC. 5:06 to play, third quarter.
There's the only struggle right there with Malachi. There's when body to body with another big man and then finishing. He's good finishing over top, but right there when you had a bump bodies, right here's a good one.
Nice spin move, short jumper, no good. Miller rebound.
Yep, I like to see him take one more dribble and get to the bucket on that instead of fade away.
Top of the key, smooth for McGillis. He has a quiet 5.
I like McGillis's game.
Dawson to Marino. Posting up on Miller. Now he draws a second defender. He'll have to get rid of it. Cross court to Burrell. Richardson in the corner for 3. Yes.
There we go. Now, once he hits one, look out, because we've seen him struggle, right, and then he'll hit 4 in a row.
Richardson with 8 points, 43-22, biggest lead of the night. There is another 3-point attempt that's good from Hussey, his third. Give him 13 of the 25 for Covcath.
Nice stroke there. He went, Vince Dawson got caught behind the screen right there. You never want to get caught behind the screen on a shooter. That's the result. Oh, that's got to be on Godfrey. He threw him out of the way.
Offensive foul on Jeremiah. Another good statistic pointed out to me is in the 2 preseason games, the Warhawks averaged 20-plus turnovers, only 3 in the first half.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
Huge.
When the big lights come on, the big stage rolls out.
Yeah, a lot of those, it's hard to gauge those games sometimes because there's so many different combinations being used. There is a kick out and a 3 that's too strong, but a nice rebound from Miller. Couldn't get it to fall. Godfrey hands it to Marino. Marino outlet to Dawson. Dawson looks for Richardson. Great on the back cut. 45-25. Gaines in double digits.
Gage's last 2 buckets have been due to great ball movement, and he's been wide open. Wide open on a 3. He filled the lane nice right there. Great dime there from Vince.
These guys ought to have good awareness of one another. They've played together for a long time now.
As we said, here's next year's starting lineup as well.
If you subtract Godfrey, that is the truth. And a timeout on the court as Covcath will talk it over. 45-25 you score, 3:19 to play here in the third quarter.
Well, Cal, I see that Covcath has some good players on the floor. And you got to think a couple of those probably those got come off the bench, right?
Right.
I mean, from the football players that aren't.
They've had a 7 or 8 man rotation tonight, so if you add 3 more in there,
Yeah.
they're pretty deep. We haven't seen a lot of bench tonight from Great Crossing. A little
Right.
bit of Jalen Warren, a little bit of L.J. Holman, and Christian Martin, who's kind of the mainstay of that group. Hard to go to the bench when your starters are this good. As long as they're not in foul trouble, as long as they're not
It kind of
loafing.
You're exactly right, and it kind of makes it easier on you as a coach as well when you got guys that are so dominant. Who's questioning? Not that it matters, but who's questioning the rotation when the guys on the floor are so dominant?
Tough offensive night for Marino so far, but he's drawing a crowd, and what happens is it just opens things up for so many other things for this Great Crossing offense. If Burrell and Richardson are getting open threes, Dawson seeing one from time to time.
And the only opportunities that I see that Malachi does not get, because, I mean, you can't put the stuff he does is priceless. The blocks, Miller can't get a shot off tonight because of Malachi. He's incredible in the paint and blocking shots. It's all about his positioning sometimes and his physicality on banging bodies and being able to score and finish. And, again, he'll learn that.
Cross-court pass to Hussey. Little half-court aggressive defense here from Great Crossing coming out of the huddle. Dawson contested that shot. Miller going over the top, tips the rebound to a teammate, but it's thrown away.
Good hands.
Dawson comes away.
Good
Richardson.
pass.
Beautiful outlet to Godfrey for the right-handed jam. Jeremiah Godfrey hadn't scored tonight. He takes care of that detail, 47-25.
Pretty good confidence builder to say we're up 22 on Covcath.
Three-pointer no good. Miller rebound. Marino block. Covcath rebound by Stewart.
Miller's working his tail off, Cal. I mean, he's got several rebounds over top of Malachi.
There's a kick out for another three from Hussey that's too strong. Marino gets the rebound. Great Crossing trying to put this away big time here. They're already up 22. Dawson from the corner for three, no good. Somehow McGillis, who's more than a foot shorter than Marino, positioned himself to get a defensive rebound there. And Miller is going to position himself to get the flush off the feed from Hussey.
He says, finally, I get one free.
First field goal of the night for Caleb Miller. Cuts it back to 20 with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I think Malachi's a little gashed right now. And you know what? Here it is. We're opening game of the season. He's going to get gas. His hands are on his hips.
We're going to get a little gas.
Right. I mean, he didn't make it down floor right there. And the dunk, Miller got the dunk. He does need especially when you're up there. But right now, you like him to get their legs on. This is good time right now to get in shape, get in game shape right here. Get up and down the court.
Cards lead Bourbon County 49-48 with 3:31 to play.
Atta baby.
See how they play with a lead down the stretch, as they could never get to that point against East Jessamine.
We'd have to start sponsors now to get over to by the end of the game.
(47-27) your score. 1:56 to play here in the third period. Great Crossing ball. Trey Dawson 7 for 9 from the field in this one, 15 points. Burrell with 14, Richardson with 10 to reset it. Marino 4 points and a ton of rebounds and a ton of blocks.
See what we got set here out of a timeout.
Holman almost threw it away. Warren recovered it. Now Holman has it.
Trying to get a little spacing right here. Got new guys in the game here.
Martin, Holman, Warren, along with Richardson and Moreno. Surprised Moreno isn't one of the guys sitting
Get
right
it to
now.
him. Get it to him. There you
He
go.
will bounce it in. He will go at Miller, spin around him, and the jam. What a move by Malachi Moreno.
Big time move right there. There's your Power 5 D1 move right there. It's a strong finish.
Jam after spinning around the 6'9" Caleb Miller.
Yeah, I was going to say he wasn't spinning around a 6'2" either.
Bounce pass into Miller. Miller, kind of an awkward shot, but they'll get the bailout foul. Third team foul of the quarter. Miller will go to the line. 3 points on the night for the senior transfer.
Arkansas.
Strong family ties to the Bluegrass and Northern Kentucky.
Michael Marino in the house watching.
Speaking of guys that
Little
have
brother.
strong ties to this community, they're off to a good start. They had a couple of losses. Their non-conference schedule beefed up a little this year,
Yes.
to say the least. Both free throws no good. Marino gets the rebound on the second, out to Richardson. Gage finds Malachi. Malachi drives it. He gets hacked on the arm. We'll see the OB underplay, probably the lob to Malachi, I would think, since Godfrey's not out there.
No, this is kind of not a secret play here. Going up to the big man.
Either that, he'll just draw the crowd and it'll go to someone else. He'll get it in the corner.
Yep. Now you
and dish to Martin.
Little two-man game right here.
Marino, bounce pass out to Richardson for three. No good, short. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Drive, double clutch, McGillis.
That's McGillis. McGillis got a little okey doke right there.
Yeah, a little okey doke.
He's got handles. I like that kid.
He's listed as taller than I think he really is. He's listed at 5'11". I don't know. It's hard to tell from up on the second deck here. But he's got handles and he's got quickness. He misses the first free throw, though. Covcalf not having a good night at the foul line. Not that it would make any difference in a 22-point game. As Dawson checks in, Richardson will sit down for a moment. You can get some of your starters out of there with 40.1 seconds left and probably get them.
Nice to have the luxury of
breather.
Nice to have the luxury of bringing in a Vince Dawson for Gage Richardson.
4 straight misses from the line for Covcalf. Dawson with the rebound.
See if they hold it for one right here with a 22-point lead.
They couldn't hold it for one in the first half with 15 seconds. Martin throws it wildly, tipped by Miller. It will stay with the Hawks, 25.1 on the clock. Bourbon County on a 6-0 run to go up by 5 with 1:51 left over Scott. Martin picks up his dribble. They will weave it in the backcourt with 15 seconds left.
Now wait.
10. Dawson with it.
Now go. There we go.
Trey taking his time. 5 seconds behind the back. Picks it up, and he's fouled with 3.1. Godfrey will check in with 3.1 seconds. So he'll have, Coach Page will have both of his towers in there. Somebody's got to check out.
You can't play with 6.
Martin's coming over. Who will inbound it? Will be Dawson on the baseline.
Yeah, they're going to try to get a little lob, I think, here's while they put Godfrey back in the game.
Well, they'll lob it to Marino in the corner, and they will go to Dawson for 3 at the buzzer. They ran that play at Trinity a couple of times. He made it go down twice.
Yeah.
It doesn't go down here.
If Vince goes up right there and comes right back down the same spot and shoots his normal jumper instead of a fadeaway, that shot goes every time.
Great Crossing has held Covcalf to 9 points in each quarter, and they lead 49-27 with 8 minutes remaining.
Thank you, sir.
Dawson 15, Burrell 14, Richardson 10, Marino 6 points, 11 boards, 5 blocks. Hussey with 13 to lead Covcalf. McGillis the only other with more than 3. He has 5.
Well, and Cal, we haven't really discussed because we get so caught up in offense. Covcath has 27 points going into the fourth quarter. If that tells you the defense and how much the length has bothered Covcath.
Not many teams are going to be able to deal with that, and Covcath
Exactly right.
in a better position than most with a 6'9" post.
Right.
Not able to get anything going offensively.
Well, when the 6'9", he may have more of his shots blocked tonight than he's got attempted.
He's been more prone to want to shoot from outside than inside
Yes.
because he's not finding a lot of breathing room under there.
No, his dunk there in the second half was Malachi wasn't back down the floor yet. So
Cards within 2 with 40 seconds left. 54-52. As we broadcast one game while we're waiting for this second one to start. And a foul there that will send Bourbon to the line for 2 free throws. Here, 8 minutes to go. Covcath ball. Great Crossing on its way to an impressive season opening win. They'll have DuPont Manual here on Saturday night in the Jersey Mike's Classic, 7:30 to end a wall-to-wall day of basketball. Nice hesitation dribble by Hussey, drive, block.
Another block. That's a good block. He got caught a foul there just because.
It was not a foul.
It was not.
Not from our vantage point anyway.
Now, the Jersey Mike's on Saturday, all games are played right here, correct?
Yes,
okay.
Correct. Oh, you know what? That wasn't we were right. That wasn't on Godfrey. The foul was out here on Holman.
Oh, okay. I was going to say there's an awful good block.
Brady Hussey makes the first free throw. He'll have another. And the second goes down as well. It's a 20-point game, 7:48 to play. Drive and kick from Warren to Burrell off the glass, no good. Godfrey went sky high for the rebound, couldn't get his fingertips on it. Back the other way, 4-on-1 comes Covcath, and the dunk by Miller, his second of the half. He's got 5 points. It's an 18-point game.
That had a little something behind it there, Cal.
Had some something.
Yep. Real nice dunk. Nice pass.
Yes, it was. Nice running of the break as they had, as we said, numbers. Elbow jumper is good from Holman. LJ Holman, the freshman, has 4, puts it back to a 20-point margin, 7 minutes to play.
Good-looking freshman.
Certainly is. Already has a D1 offer, as we mentioned. There is a 15-footer that's good from McGillis.
And you can tell he's still growing. He's long and, again, 15 years old?
Yeah, exactly. Burrell short on the jumper, rebounded by Hussey. Don't really need to rush shots here if you're Great Crossing. You're up 18, 6.5 minutes to play. Hussey, bounce pass inside to Miller. He goes at Godfrey, lays it up and in. He'll have a chance for an and one. So Miller has come alive with 6 in the second half. Moreno hasn't been in the game, but he's fixing to check in now.
Yeah, I think as we've seen Miller on that move right there and a couple others, I think there's one man out there that can guard him, and that would be Moreno.
Scott County ties it with a second left. 55 apiece. I didn't see who got it.
Nice.
It must have been a three-pointer.
I'd like to see them pull that out.
Looks like it may be headed to OT over there.
We've done a couple over there, haven't we?
Just a couple, OT, double OT.
Which one did we do last year in the push out of bounds over across the court from us?
Bryan Station?
Yes.
Seems like we're always going to overtime with Bryan Station.
That's it. That's exactly right.
69-31, your final in Win City tonight as George Rogers Clark girls defeat Great Crossing. Short jumper by Dawson, front rim no good. Rebound to Hussey.
Nice move by Vince, just didn't finish it.
There's the elbow jumper from Ruthsatz. And all of a sudden, it's a 14-point game.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
And I see the momentum has shifted. Great Crossing is very stagnant down here. You need to run. Right now is when you really need to run your offense to get easy buckets.
Driving to the hoop is Burrell. He'll draw the hack. Clock will stop at 5:42.
Just gets tough during that point to maintain. High school kids, you look up and you're up 22. Now it's time to start getting mine. I want to get my shots, and it's tough to have them maintain that consistency of do what got you there.
Burrell rolls in the first free throw.
Don't leave the one that brung you, right?
That's his first point of the half. Scott County going to OT, as we mentioned, 55 apiece. Burrell makes the second. He is 4 for 4 from the line tonight. 16-point advantage, 5:42 to go. They're going to call delay of game warning here on Great Crossing. Hussey picks up his dribble. Dawson gets a hand in, takes it away. Now the ball's on the floor. Covcath has it back. Hussey, the lob to Miller for another dunk.
Wow.
So Caleb Miller with 8 second-half points, 6 of them off of dunks.
And Miller plays above the rim. My goodness.
53-39. Drive, floater from Burrell, no good. Marino cleans the glass, though, and lays it up and in. He has 8. 55-39, under 5 minutes. Quickly down is Hussey. Marino goes for the block, doesn't get it. Richardson gets the
good
steal.
Hands by Gage.
Gage
Got to come back.
Double teamed in the corner. He finds Holman. Holman drive, kick. Oh, Holman's going to get called for the travel. Shuffled his feet a little bit before he could dish to Dawson. 4:45 to play. And slowly bringing it up the court is Hussey.
Going to 2-1-2.
Turnaround three-pointer in and out. Rebound Moreno gets it to Richardson. Work some clock here, guys. 4:23 and counting. Richardson, drive, kick. Godfrey called for the travel. He tried to dish it to Burrell, picked it up, moved his pivot foot. Turnovers, not a problem for most of the night, but now at an inopportune time, the Warhawks giving it away and giving the Colonels some extra opportunities. Still a 6-possession game, but 4:16 to play. Margin has been 15-20 for most of the night.
Got the 1-2-2 trap up top going with Godfrey up top. That's a hard trap to beat right there. He's long. Good ball movement by Covington Catholic.
Yeah, they'll get the travel at the other end, so they're consistent with the call there as the shuffle of the feet before McGillis could take the three. And even 4 minutes to play. Week from tonight, Derek, we'll be deep in the Billy Hicks Classic presented by BGO. It's going to be a fun time, isn't it? Absolutely.
That's always
We'll have the championship game on Saturday for y'all. Hopefully we'll have a couple of local teams in it. Never know.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Get their first meeting of the year out of the way. As Great Crossing tries to work the ball inside, it's tipped out by Covcath.
Did you go from the Jersey Mikes to the Billy Hicks?
And in Great Crossing's case, as they inbound Richardson to Dawson for an uncontested layup. In Great Crossing's case, they'll go straight to a week later to King of the Bluegrass, and then from there, after Christmas, to the Beach Ball Classic in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Exactly.
Richardson with the tip and the steal and the lay-in for Warren. Jalen Warren's first 2 points of the season put it back to a 20-point margin with 3:29.
Probably a little dagger right there.
That was a dagger.
After they cut it to 14, and Great Crossing answers the bell and goes back up, puts another 6 up there.
The U.S. Army Special Recruiting Office and their Thank you for sponsoring Great Crossing Athletics.
$59-39 your score. Still tied over at Scott County, 57 apiece. Looks like the Cardinals have the ball with 2:32 to play.
Cal, I think it'd be only fair to send us to Myrtle Beach and bring all the games back here, wouldn't you?
I'm trying to at least get, even if I could sit in the luggage compartment, it'd be a bumpy ride down there on the bus for 10 hours. No, I've been offered a seat. I just don't know how I would ever get away.
Yeah.
From all the office duties, and everybody's playing that week. I mean, it's a busy week of basketball for everyone. Probably makes sense for me to be closer to home.
Oh yeah,
that's all that action will be on the
it will
on the computer and the TV.
Yep.
And
the many years that Scott County went, we would always go right to beachballclassic.com, and I got a link there that you can tune in.
I believe it's the stadium app that you need to get to see all the action, at least in the winners bracket.
Saw when Scott County played Duncanville, Texas, with Julius Randle.
It's been a who's who. They've changed it now so that you have the preps and the publics in different brackets for the most part,
which is good.
Yeah,
it gives some of the preps more of the publics a chance.
Right, it gives both teams, probably both sides, what they're looking for. There is a shot by McGillis that's missed, and Marino out battles the rebound from Miller. And you can work some more clock with 3 minutes left.
Running good offense right now. This is what they need to. This is, in my opinion, what I like to see is when you get up, don't get stagnant, don't get bad habits.
Be able to run some motion, run some clock, draw a foul if need be. Ball gets knocked out of bounds as trapped in the corner was Warren, but Great Crossing will come away with it. 2:45 to play. Cards up 3. Minute 37 to play. Bourbon County at the line. Dawson leaning his shoulder in a little bit. Getting rid of it.
Skip pass.
Richardson skip pass, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Great Crossing.
I think Warren can catch that and put it up right there. He's wide open.
Bourbon County missed some free throws, and now Scott County trying to run some clock. Here, 2:30 to play, 20-point margin. Great Crossing going to get the dub on opening night, it would appear, barring something of biblical proportions. There is a right elbow jumper that's good from Roofsats.
And if you're gonna trap right there and you run this defense, you cannot let that happen. And on offense, that's what you want to happen: is you shoot the gaps and get to the middle of the floor.
Token pressure, but Great Crossing gets across the timeline. Richardson has it, threw it away in the corner. 2:06 to play. Bourbon County three-pointer to tie it at 60 with 53 seconds left.
We need to run over to that one real quick.
That might be the game of the right. If it goes to double overtime, I just might. Under the 2-minute mark here. Covcath down by 18. We'll try to claw into it a little closer with a three that's good from Carroll. That's only his second of the night. Hasn't been this close in a while. 15 points. Marino with the exclamation point dunk. Morrell lost the handle, but Malachi found it. He has 10 points. Give him a double-double. Banks open for McGillis, excuse me.
Yeah, Malachi's got to kill that one too. That kid should have been eating a little Spalding right there.
Foul on Covcath in the backcourt. They've got some fouls to give, and they're probably going to try to use them here. It's a 5-possession game for what that's worth. With a minute 29 to play.
That's a great cross and get some good work against the press.
There's a three-pointer. Roll in for Janias Burrell.
Soft touch. He's got a very soft, nice stroke. I don't think he's missed very many tonight either.
He hasn't. That gives him 19 points. And there is a three from McGillis. Covcath didn't quit in this one. They've stayed at that 15-point margin here in the fourth. Burrell drive. He'll draw the contact.
This Covcath team will be there in the ninth region. You know that.
Especially when they get the full strength and get into the heat.
Because if this isn't full strength,
imagine
Great Crossing's really good. But you can tell these guys are, you're not going to face a seven-footer every night.
Dawson will draw the foul from Husson.
Matter of fact, the opposing teams at Cove Catholic are going to feel what Cove Catholic feels tonight when they go up against other teams going to go up against Miller.
Exactly right. Scott County has the ball and the lead with 2 seconds left. Please, God.
Lead in leather.
I'm going to have to go back and watch this one late at night with a cold beverage. That seems like it was a pretty good one.
Yes.
27.9 seconds to go here in a game that Great Crossing has controlled from the jump. Will win by double digits, but as you said, Cove Cath has impressed us by just
yes.
you would expect from them, not to quit.
Their win column will be full this year.
Yes, it will. They will slip to 2-1 tonight with this loss as Burrell. Janias Burrell will be your Chick-fil-A player of the game. With
that might be 1,000 points for him.
1,000 points for Janias Burrell. Congratulations. He's got a milestone, and he'll get a plaque as well. 4-year starter. Junior eligibility with the COVID year situation. He is 6 for 6 from the line. Actually, he's 7 for 7, I believe.
Going to wind this one down.
66-49. Step back three, no good. Rebound, Miller.
Good gracious.
Miller has come on and gotten himself 11 to kind of pad the stats a little bit here late. Scott County gets a dub, 62-60 in overtime.
Atta baby.
And Great Crossing gets a dub as well, 66-51.
Not even close to overtime.
Not even. We'll get some final stats here. Steve Maynard letting them know the Warhawks win again.
Thanks, sir.
Your final stats, your player of the game, as we mentioned, Janias Burrell, 21 tonight, 1,001 for the career, 6 for 6 from the line, 7 assists. He is your Chick-fil-A player of the game. Vince Dawson, 17. Malachi Marino, 10 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks. Gage Ricketson, 10 points, 4 points from LJ Holman, 2 from Jalen Warren, 2 from Jeremiah Godfrey to go with 7 rebounds. Field goal percentage right at an even 50. They held Cove Cath to 37. Rebounds, Cove Cath had a few more than Great Crossing, but a lot of those were long rebounds after missed threes, I would venture to say. Cove Cath did almost half its scoring in the fourth period, got 24 of its 51 to make a mild game of it. But in the end, Derek, Great Crossing impressive on opening night.
Yeah, opening night, and I know they're going to, more than likely, from the looks of things, and as we already knew, they're going to be impressive most nights. They have a lot of weapons. Sky's the limit. Again, would love to see this same matchup on down the road when, again, Covington Catholic, bless their hearts, they're playing for a football championship tomorrow and didn't have some of their basketball players here.
They've got to play Boyle County. So,
yes, which is understandable.
Thoughts and prayers there as Boyle is pretty good.
But, yes, we have a great team to cover and to watch this year, and really looking forward to it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it, Derek. Thanks for joining us, folks. Your final score one final time. Great Crossing 66, Cove Cath 51. We'll be back with you Saturday, 7:30, as this same Warhawk bunch hosts DuPont Manual out of Louisville. Until next time, it's been a business doing pleasure with you. Good night, everybody.